versus Spectre, it hurts. It does kind of kill him back. And even versus DK, like let's say this DK is going to get scaled, right? He's going to have his Dragon form. He's going to be level 18 early because they're putting the mid DK. You also hurt yourself a lot with your reflection. So I really like this TB pick quite a bit here for Entity. Do feel like there's going to be some damage issue for Goon Squad.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting how Goon Squad do this. I mean, they've got some, you know, as we're seeing on the hero levels, some master tier performances coming out. Pex on his Rubik, and of course Aqua on Spectre. But it does feel like if Goon Squad are to win this game, it's probably going to be in a similar nature to the way that they won that game against Liquid, right? Where Aqua, he's able to get super fun, and somehow they're able to contain Entity or sort of match the pressure with Goon Squad's 4 heroes outside of the Spectre to make sure the game just goes on to the point where Aqua is just unkillable.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one because they do scale really hard when Storm's playing his Invoker. That's another element you have to add in. The late game looks really scary. I mean,
Black Hole into a Cataclysm, double Cataclysm.
Gone,
doesn't matter if you're a Spectre with a fair few items, you're still going to take quite the hit from that combo.
I think the big thing is like Goon Squad has to play kind of quick. There's a bit of greed that you can look at for Entity. They have an Invoker who's an Exort who it can sometimes be a bit greedy because you want to go for your Midas build. Enigma also, we've seen a couple times now, they go for the Wraith back to take some time for them to get online. TB, we know he takes some time to get online, so I think playing around their cooldowns, that's going to be the most important thing I'm looking for Goon Squad. Hit these towers, take them early with Exorcism and Dragon Form, and just dictate the pace of the game to slow down TB.
And then in that sense, do you think, with Spectre nowadays from Aqua, are we going to sort of see like an early Ags incorporated into his build so he is getting involved with the squad?
I think it could be a possibility. I think it's a pretty cool one. He definitely has to, I mean, you have to go Manta this game because you're playing versus this Terrorblade, so he wants to be able to dispel off that reflection. So we'll see where he goes from there, but let's see how it all plays out. They put the DK mid, so I think the reasoning that they're doing this is because they want to apply a little bit more pressure to the TB with the Death Prophet. But speaking of trying to apply pressure, Terrorblade now at level 1, of course, did get that buff, so quite a bit more damage on meta, and Clockwork is one of those better heroes to kind of zone when you have this ranged advantage at the moment.
Sure. And like overall, you feel that in this matchup, Pure's going to have a pretty easy time hitting the creeps?
I would imagine so. I think Fishman might die, but I think Pure is going to have a pretty damn good time down here. But I think the approach is right from Goon Squad. I think having the Death Prophet here instead of the DK is the better approach. Although both of them kind of do work. They both do kind of work versus the TB because the Breathe Fire and stuff like that.
is really good in lane against TB, right?
Yeah, I guess it's just the choice that they wanted to make to have the DK scale a bit harder, but...
I mean, it's the classic one for Limp, right? It's DK.
Yeah.
Always one that he's happy to bring out. And of course, yeah, getting that solo action in the mid lane. It's going to lead him to get that quick 6 and look to have that early tower pressure. Bottom lane, again, Fishman. Taking all the attention he can away from Pure. So Pure gets that space, and he's doing it perfectly, making sure to not push himself over the edge and not get taken down by S4 and Hanskin.
He's forced a lot of regen down here. Only 2 tangos left onto Hanskin. Mid matchup also, it's like this. I think the reasoning is also just because DK doesn't care about the Exort. They know Stormstormer's going to go Exort, so the Force Spirit doesn't really do anything versus your Dragon Blood.
I'll tell you what, yeah, Fishman.
Fishman.
He's bringing Hanskin low, and he's still playing aggressive. He has the cogs if he feels in trouble. So top lane, Katomi tried to make the moves onto Aqua. Couldn't quite connect with the rebound. CS up on the top lane. Situation what we got at the moment. Toby 7 for 4 against Aqua's 5 and 0. So some sufficient pressure being put onto the Spectre early on.
This is a scary lane for the Rubik and the Spectre for sure. You just step out of place, there's the Eidolon split, you get tossed on top of them. We've seen it so many times lately, these Eidolons just killing heroes early. Why we're seeing it so popular right now. And yeah, I mean, looking at the lane, Pure is just absolute free farm.
Look at the situation of the carries. It's just a completely different story. 14 and 9 down here on the top side of the map for Aqua, 5 and 0. A completely different time on these first few waves.
They might even get the kill. Pex through top. They don't have Eidolon summoned.
Still got the jump in with the rebound, and that'll do it. First blood here for Toby on the top lane. So no doubt about it. These side lanes going incredibly well for Entity.
Yeah, Limp is having that good time in mid as we mentioned he would, but yeah, bottom. Pure might even get a kill here.
So what they've got, they've got the slow to try and hold back Fishman and Pure, but still very much Goon Squad being kept on the edge down here. Top lane, Aqua. He's getting brought down pretty low. In fact, with the Eidolons, they're going to have it. Another kill for Entity on this top lane. Yeah, the matchups that they've got and the way they're playing, it's proven to be tough for Goon Squad in these early stages.
And there's, I mean, like I was mentioning, their lineup can be a bit greedy at times, but not at the moment. These lanes looking perfect, Pure.
Yeah, crushing them.
Having a great time. Even bringing some extra regen down, so he brings down a salve for himself on the Terrorblade. I like that I see carries doing this now. Can't always just rely on your supports to feed you that many tangos.
Nice fought.
Not quite level 3 yet on the Clockwork. When they have that level 2 battery installed, then they probably have much better kill threat onto both of these heroes. Look how much Tree even hits himself for with reflection. I mean, that's not fun for Hanskin.
Yeah, how are they doing on regen down? So yeah, he's going to have to get some further tangos sent down.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a little low on the side of Goon Squad.
And
of course, Pure's still got a salve ready to pop.
Yep, and Fishman was able to unblock the pull, and he actually stacks it up and gets a stacked pull up that's going to deny an entire wave also from S4 and Hanskin down here. And Aqua just, I mean, he is really suffering, like you said. 9 last hits on the Spectre. Getting almost nothing. 16 denies on the Enigma. And Hanskin, he steps up too far.
And trapped in the cogs. He's going to be going down. Entity. I'll take out Hanskin. A 3rd kill for them in this laning stage.
And the best way to enable your Invoker, give him that last hit with the Sunstrike as well, too.
They're going to be going straight for that Midas as soon as he can, of course. Stormer with his Exalt build.
S4 might be dead here as well. Fishman's going to get on top of him.
Got him in the cogs. Moving into position. And with the damage of Pure, is there any way S4 can keep himself alive with the Siphons? It looks like the Siphons will be enough. Okay. But only just. And of course, at the same time, top, we saw a bit of a go from Entity onto Pex2.
These Eidolons are just insane. They're playing it perfectly. Even going for the Urn build that we saw Saberlight for the most part kind of popularizing at the Major. I really like this build when you go for the Vessel. It's a very good Vessel game too. We didn't get to touch on that, but versus the DP, versus the DK, versus the Tree heals. Yeah. If he does opt for an early Vessel on Nick.
Bottom lane Hanscan. He's going to try and hide in the trees, get himself away from this metamorphosized TB, but he cannot do so. He goes down his courier as well. Entity just kill after kill, and I can't remember the last time we've seen a game where I feel like I'm seeing all 3 cores on a team. Just look at their CS and look at the denies they're getting. Now, 19 and 11 and 11, like 6 minutes in to have that much sort of taken away from the enemy in all 3 lanes. That's quite something here from Entity's laning.
They're going to have to break lane somehow. We see Pex2 now starting to move. I think this is the right choice. Like, Aqua is getting absolutely nothing top. So maybe trying to get a kill onto Stormer could be the right move.
Let's see what they can do. The lead in, but instantly we have Katomi here to help out. Also, Fishman turning up for the fight. Not going to be able to get the kill on Stormer. And it's going to be Stormer that's able to turn, with the help of Katomi, take down Pex2. So Goon Squad, maybe a bit of desperation. They realize that these lanes are crumbling. They're trying to make moves happen, but Entity's not letting it happen at all.
No, it's definitely a big concern. Toby almost level 6 too. He could potentially solo kill the Spectre.
They might get the setup here on Lim. They're going to have the TP in for Fishman. Lim.
Oh, they got him.
He's trapped in the cogs. He's going down. It's going to be another one here for Entity.
They are running away with this early game. Every lane is kind of at a threat. Now at this point, they can actually break their own lane, because bottom, Pure is like, I don't even really want to lane anymore anyway. I far more efficiently inside the jungle, so the fact that the 2 supports are able to roam like this is perfect. Katomi makes his way back top, and Enigma is about to be 6. So
all right, yeah,
Aqua's got to leave.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got to get out of that top lane. See bottom, Cog set up on a Hanscan. There's not enough damage with the Sunstrike. Maybe we could continue to stay on target with the battery assault. The procs, are they going to go the way of Hanscan? Not quite.
He's okay.
Hanscan will be able to live through this one. And top lane though, Aqua, he was trying to hit the small cap. Entity just swing across. They don't even need the black hole to take him down. That's another kill here for Toby.
Urn charges acquired as well too. And with Enigma, you can early pressure towers, which, I mean, for Goon Squad, it's very scary. They have a tree. They want to be able to try to stall on these towers early, but Hanskin is also 300 HP up here. He has to be very cautious. But he's trying to get the deep push going with his Nature's Grasp, I'd imagine, so they don't lose those early towers. 7-1, 2K lead, TB free farming. Big concerns right now for Goon Squad. Aqua has to just come to the mid lane to try to get any type of farm possible.
Exactly, he's just got to find somewhere to go.
He's really suffering. And they're just going to keep hunting him too.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
They certainly can, especially once Fishman's got the 6. So that Clock catches anyone alone and they have that Sunstrike to follow up. It's going to have a good chance of getting kills between the 2 of those.
And they're just shoving the lane in too. And Katomi is in the area to be able to just jump on top of Aqua if he does show under the wave.
Yeah, he's had some good jumps so far. I mean, Aqua's definitely going to have that in mind after what was happening in that top lane multiple times. Kataomi in with the setup onto him or Pexu.
I like that he went the skill build too, the 2-1-2. This is, I really like this build when you're playing 4 position Marcy. Not having just rely on nuke damage, being able to just buff up your carries. You're playing with TB also, so it just makes a lot of sense.
Aqua's got to be careful.
I mean, they're going to lose the tower though, double Forge Spirits.
They're going to bring in backup. Pexu will turn up as well. Of course, whilst his focus has been happening, but actually Lim, he's going to look to see if they can the kill here, but Fishman, he's out and away. Nice little save there from Kataomi. Gives him the movement, speed boost, and then also able to pick him up and get him out of his own cogs. Back to safety. Kataomi seems to be on point here with the Marcy.
S4 is able to get the bottom tower during, the last few moments. But at the same time, too, as we said, Anthony's just playing the lanes. They're pressuring 2 towers on the mid lane and the top, while Pure just free farms inside the jungle with no contestation whatsoever. Now they want to hunt Hanskin. He has stalled the tower push decently up here. Now it's a lot harder with that clock vision behind the tower. And yeah, he's just going to let it drop this time.
It's going to be a very rich Enigma, no doubt about it. Toby here, top net worth.
All 3 cores, really. Midas is done on Storm.
I mean, they're ready to smoke here with the 2 of them. I know, with these 2 supports, if they get any sort of setup or catch, they're going to be able to 5-3 bounty runes here from the enemy jungle. More money going the way of Entity.
Storm has level 5 Exort too, so they will probably have the damage even for the DK with just these 2 supports because they have that follow-up.
And looking for opportunities to dive here off the back of Kataomi maybe getting a jump in. Goon Squad, they've got to be careful. They're going to bring in further backup.
Entity wants to dive so bad. Goon Squad sees it coming.
Yeah, bringing in 4 heroes here, Goon Squad. And Entity know they're not going to let Goon Squad get a catch out of this.
Trying to heal up the tower, but it's a level 1 living armor, so not going to do a whole lot. Mid tower very likely to fall the next time the Forge Spirits are summoned. Aqua is getting some space. Much needed. 2,800 net worth on the Spectre to a 5k net worth Terrorblade.
That's one of the bigger differences we've seen between carry net worth at the 10-minute mark. I'm feeling quite some time. This has been a rough start for Aqua and a completely free start for Pure on the other side of the map.
And the matchup is pretty good for the Terrorblade when he does have this type of advantage.
Well, I have the Ghost being popped in by S4 to secure the kill on Fishman. Maybe see if they can get more out of this. They'll look towards Storm up. A good boost here with the speed. Kataomi making sure the Storm is safely away from Goon Squad. They got a kill with the Soul. Ideally, they want to try and get a tower as well with this Exorcism and Dragon Form. We'll see how hard they're able to push.
Might be a bit scary. Pure could even get involved in this one. He doesn't really want to, but he does have meta if they do overcommit as well.
And Toby's keeping over with the Black Hole. So Goon Squad, they've got to be careful. They're backing off and they'll get away. Got a bit of damage done with the tower. And hook shots at the ready. Fishman, he's hit the 6. He's actually able to get on top of S4. S4 will be able to get his way out of the cogs, but the cogs now, the battery assault, they're staying on top of him. They have to use the overgrowth to hold them back to save S4, but he's still going to end up going down. Kataomi able to jump in again with a rebound, take him out. A lovely little Tumbler's Toy play there from Fishman, closing in on Pexu, trapping him in the cogs. They're going to be able to pick up, oh, well, maybe not, with the stolen rebound, he's out to the side. The Urn is ticking him down with the Malefice. Sunstrike. Oh, that was a close one. Doesn't quite get the hit. Pexu's able to live.
They're playing so aggressive, though.
Oh, we have got Rocket Flare in 5, so yeah, good. What level's the Rocket Flare? It's only level 1.
He's okay. He's got range drop.
He's good. He's out. But that's the tower down in the mid for Goon Squad, losing a couple of heroes. He tries for the snipe. He would have hit, but indeed, of course, nowhere near enough damage.
Value, though, burns the raindrop. Did he actually get 2 raindrops? No, okay. S4 doesn't actually have one, but got value to burn it. And Pure, during all this, still free farming. Finds himself a juicy regen rune in the bottom lane as well, too. So back up to full.
Spam those illusions. It continues to be a tough start to the game here for Goon Squad. Down 2-8, down 3k on the money.
This feels like it's going to be a really hard game for them to recover. Because just finding this Terrorblade ever before he feels like he's ready to join, right? He's going to come when he has Manta and Scotty, and then what do? Right? They're not going to have damage on their heroes, and Aqua's going to be nowhere near anything like that. He literally is going to be at half the net worth of this TB pretty quickly. Because TB's farm is just going to continue to skyrocket faster.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, there's just no way you can keep up as a Spectre when it comes to the hitting the creeps game between yourself and a Terrorblade.
I don't think they can play the hitting the creep game at all in this game. I think they actually still have to try to play aggressive on Goon Squad, or they're just going to fall further and further behind.
Kataomi ready to get in, get a kill. Sunstrike will finish it off. He'll die for this one. But setting up some global action for Stormer as he's able to get some more money in his pocket as an Invoker.
Boots of Travel now finished for Stormer. And they do have Blink on Limp, so I think, yeah, smoke it up, maybe look for another type of play, just keep getting the Spectre involved in any way possible, or just keep slowing down the overwhelming pressure that's coming out. It's not easy. All the waves are getting shoved. And Pure is shoving mid with Illusions, Eidolon's shoving top, Forge Spirit, Invoker shoving bottom, so they don't really have the option. They want to try to look for these plays around towers with the DK DP, but Entity playing the map really nicely.
Yeah, it's tough with the lane situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, goonsquad, it's a team with a core DK and a core Death Prophet. These heroes, they need the towers.
They do.
And so far, 14 minutes in, only being able to take that tier 1 bottom.
Toby.
Top lane. Let's see a deep jump from Limp. He's going to go in with the blink. They've got to be a bit careful now, because Entity, they're happy to fight. Yeah, Limp tossed back again by Katsuomi. As the DK down, they're on top of S4. Pexa will be able to TP out. And this is going to almost certainly be both cores of goonsquad in trouble. Fishman trapping S4 in the cogs. Pure's able to turn up as well, get involved. It's going to be both kills going into the hands of Pure.
They might. Could they potentially threaten Roche? I feel like they might here.
They've got pretty much the entirety of Metamorphosis left.
Yep, they're pinging it out.
Yep, they can step into the pit. And taking that away from a team that's behind, and a team that does have the Death Prophet, right? You know, this is one of those heroes that sometimes, if you're behind as a squad, you can look for those sneaky plays, get in with the Exorcism. That's not going to be available for them here. Entity, they'll take it for themselves.
Like we said, playing the map perfectly. Like the reaction that they make up, they're even bringing Pure just to join, just in case.
Pexu, he's going to try and poke in at this with Limp, and we'll get the kill. But they're not able to get in on this Roshan. As Pure, they'll take the kill, take the Aegis.
8,000 net worth already.
I think you're completely wrong, man. I think you're completely wrong.
I don't care, I just hit creeps.
I'm sure you know you're completely wrong.
See what they do next here. Aqua, still way aware from the Manta style. His item's not going to be coming soon.
No, he can't show
Even
up
when
fight.
that's there, it doesn't feel like it's going to change much in these team fights.
No, he needs to just kind of be the pick-off with his team around Stormer, though.
They will catch Stormer trying to TP out underneath the tower. They get straight with the dive. It's a good catch.
Great play.
He was not ready for the blink from Limp there at all.
And now they can actually put some pressure on this tower. Stolen Forge Spirits too, gonna help.
What they needed.
Yeah.
Limp wants to look for more.
Aggressive ward down.
Middle tower has fallen.
First time they're able to make a successful aggressive move here. goonsquad. Looks like they're still trying to get more.
I mean, they're considering diving the tier 2, but they'll hold back.
It's a risky place to go. Yeah. Black hole is available. Fishman, there's a clockwork, so you have to always watch out in those areas, especially when you're diving versus clock. And now Toby, he does have the vessel done. So versus that DK versus the DP, they're going to have even more damage to bring them down and cancel out that healing. It's going to be such a big timing on the Scotty, too, whenever he's able to get it on Pure. It's such a good game for it. Versus the Spectre versus DK DP as well. The effectiveness just goes through the roof. And Entity, they're feeling strong.
Yeah, just with the three of them, they know with their ultimates. Hookshot, Black Hole, they can easily get kills.
They want to get a Vessel charge also for Toby. He's still hiding himself in the smoke, just trying to get the Vessel charge, but not break the smoke. Very nicely done. We'll break it right afterwards, but, you know, trying to hide himself from the map, from where goonsquad sees.
Pex is heading over. And of course, nothing that he can do about Fishman taking down the vision.
They have taken out so much vision. Didn't really touch on that either, but a significant amount of D wards coming out from Entity this time around. So the map is starting to be pretty dark for goonsquad. Aqua is getting a bit of space, of course, to farm, but he's just not able to match Pure, as we keep saying.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Very difficult game for them. They have the shard on the DK now too, so a bit more damage, but yeah, as we see there, all those wards destroyed Fishman. Really killing it. Keeps rocketing behind the tower too, just trying to scout out Hanskin when he's trying to get that deep push going.
Yeah, it's just very hard for goonsquad to protect these towers.
Is under attack.
Living armor, not enough here. They can't really get involved in a fight right now.
No, it's just dying to Eidolons and Forge Spirits. Plus the illusions from Pure. Now he's coming in to finish it off, it looks like.
And they know that Hanskin's still hanging around in the trees, and Toby, he'll find him. In they go, they'll Get a kill on top of the tower here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
I
attack.
think they're considering high
I
ground
mean, with
here.
an Aegis still on Pure and Metamorphs is good to go, the temptation is going to be there to look for more. They've got Blink Black Hole.
So many buffs for him too. Alacrity, sidekick. Terrorblade's gonna bring down the tower pretty quick.
See what they can do to stop him. Goon Squad.
As soon as they get back, Entity's happy. They're like, okay, we forced a bunch of TPs back. It's only the Spectre farming out on the map.
And Pure's bringing in the mid lane already with the illusions.
Yep.
So they can look to settle for another tier 2 potentially.
And I like that they're still hanging around the area. They send Stormstormer bottom. He's got quick mobility as this Invoker. He can catch back up to his team. Sends Forge Spirits to push out the lane. Really good distribution here. And just it continues to apply a ton of pressure. It's only Aqua who's farming. And a Spectre cannot solo carry this by any means.
Do it with flair.
BKB on S4, so at least able to survive in the fights. Ideally for him, he wants to try and get that level 12
There's
for
a
the
lot
next fight.
lot of damage that goes through it, though, at the same time. The Sunstrike, just all the damage from Pure, the Black Hole, etc. Let's be careful about his use. But yeah, gets to level 12. And looks like they're potentially going to go for something here. Does Aqua have the Manta? He does.
They're going to be able to get him with the jump, but the BKB is there, and S4 and D will need to pop it. Immediately, they'll go for the TP out. They're happy with that one. They baited out the BKB.
They knew. It was so quick. That was the whole plan there. Now no BKB for S4. Very unlikely that he can show up to actually fight. He'll just die in the midst of everything if he tries to walk in. Him and Limp are not tanky versus this Entity lineup. And Scotty's about to be done. It just gets reclaimed, but I think they got more than what they wanted even with
On the
it.
top lane, they're looking to get another catch on Hansken, who tried to push the wave out.
God.
Fishman pretty much just having his number every single time. Getting these setups as the clock.
This is really impressive, the way that they're doing it. It's just, yeah, there's no space. Goon Squad just getting no space except for the Spectre.
It does feel that TB last pick may have caught Goon Squad by surprise. I really do feel that they may have been leaning the way of wanting to go with the Medusa. When that TB was shown, it sort of left them in a position where they had to look elsewhere, and going for the Spectre, you know, so far we've seen Aqua, he's had a tough game. It's been a rough lane for them. He's not been able to find the farm. He's slowly catching up, but the question is if it ever is going to get to a position where we'll see this Spectre able to have an impact. He is indeed going to go for that Ags after the Manta, so he can fight. But he needs time, and even when that's done, it's very likely that Pure's going to have an item on top of the Skadi.
He's got to get to double net worth, it feels like, of that Spectre this game.
I'm sure you know.
But yeah, it's the TB pick, but it's also this top lane. This Enigma plus Marcy combo, like, I don't think I've ever seen a Spectre have 10 last hits at like the 8-minute mark,
they
whatever it
crushed
was. They played it super well.
We're going in the mid. I mean, Fishman's ready to start things off. He'll tank the initial jump. Cat's home. He's in there straight on top of Lim. Lim just gets destroyed.
So much damage.
Out of the fight. Toby, he'll look for the TP out. He's actually going to get away. The damage from S4 wasn't enough to kill him. And now S4's in trouble. The BKB's ended. So does his life. He's dead. Fishman's still alive somehow. Surely will end up going down. I mean,
or will he?
Is he actually going to be able to live through this off fight? He's going for the TP out. The dagger will get him. I was going to say, my goodness, if Fishman got away with that walking out alive, but at least for Goon Squad, they do kill the clock. But of course, overall, as you know, it's a small consolation here. Another rough team fight for them where they're getting cleaned up, and yet Limp and S4, you know, even when it was, you know, Limp still hasn't got his BKB, but even when he does have it, it's probably not going to be that much difference of a situation. We're seeing already S4 with his own BKB. It's just not enough to protect him against the farm and damage that Entity's heroes provide.
Yeah, they're just not tanky. Like we were saying, it's a DK, but he just gets absolutely shredded from all the damage. The side-kicked Alacrity to TB. Also, Fishman, like, he broke the smoke, and he actually got the hookshot on both targets initially.
It was a good jump. It really did. It sort of set the fight in motion where Goon Squad, they had to react straight away. But it was just the little support clock charging in and starting off the action. It gave Entity all the time to really consider how they wanted to take that fight.
I like that Toby also, we mentioned it a bit, how he went for this earn build and just going for the quick blink to get aggressive with his team. I like this approach a bit more than I've been seeing the Wraith Pacts. I know it's very popular on the support heroes for the most part, but a couple of these games that we saw yesterday even too, the Wraith Pact just didn't feel nearly as impactful as what he's able to do with his team now with his like Blink Vessel build.
Yeah,
this makes a lot of sense with what he's playing against.
Don't need to reduce the enemy team's damage when they haven't got any.
That's very true. $12K lead. Roche back up in 30 seconds. 16,000. I mean, it really is just insane. Like you said, he's going to have that extra item on top. Also going for a pretty cool pickup, going for Silver Edge on the Terrorblade since he's playing versus Spectre and DK. He's just going to be able to break them and make them even squishier than they already have been. And a gem picked up. Okay, an early one on Stormstormer. They put Fishman bought it and gave it to him. So, as we mentioned, pretty much no vision really for Goon Squad most of this game. This is just going to continue to limit it.
Yeah, so yeah, Fishman and Katsomi have been doing a great job on the D-Wolves.
Yeah. And the rotations, right? Just setting up for mid, making moves all over the place. Yeah, this is how you play the RC4. Highest amount of last hits at 24 minutes. 349. I mean, that is pretty crazy.
No, it's a fantastic last pick for Entity.
Yeah, he's cool. It's cool to say too. He's going stats. Even though Reflection is really good this game, as we were mentioning for Spectre, he's just gone for efficiency. Like he's just farming. So why not?
Yeah. And he's getting that Silver Edge next. Very close to having the money for that one. So good luck, you know, to Aqua trying to turn up to these fights when he's getting broken by the enemy TB.
Oh, they give the Enigma the shard. I thought they were actually going to give it to Stormstormer, but okay, cool. I always want to see the triple Chaos Meteor.
See what the move's going to be next. Entity with this Aegis.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Very much feeling like they're in a position where they're a fight and a base push away from taking this game.
Oh, yeah. And Goon Squad, they can't fight because Limp doesn't have BKB. He knows what happened last fight. He just got disintegrated, even like you said, too. Also, even when he gets it, he's probably likely to just die anyway, but trying to find any way back into this game, Goon Squad. But just doesn't feel like there is any way back in. The way Entity just continues to play the map is perfect.
Easy kill for them in the trees. The trees have not been a safe place for Hansken. Entity, time and time again, have been doing an excellent job of finding him when he's trying to hide.
Yeah, they're on point. Might be time. Bottom is pushing a little bit, so maybe Storm looks to go de-push that a little bit or get a catch even onto the Spectre, but they're going to start knocking on the door. Pure. 20,000 net worth. I mean, that's insane for
double the enemy. Just 26 minutes in. I mean, if that doesn't say game over, I don't know what does.
All right, BKB's done for Limp. They've got a 4-staff on the Rubik. This is probably the strongest that Goon Squad's going to get in this game at this point. How close to the Ags on Spectre? He's got it. So they've got a couple different item timings. But playing into Aegis. Playing to the BKBs now, also on Toby. Feels like they need a stolen black hole, but he's not even had to use it this game.
Yeah, Peksu can't really afford to wait for those sort of opportunities. They need everything thrown in at the start, Goon Squad, if they want to have any sort of chance of getting a kill in these team fights.
Anthony's got a great read of the map right now. They know exactly where Goon Squad is.
Under attack.
Toby's just walking in.
On them. He's going to get the jump on Toby. Straight away with the Dragon Tail, but Toby's able to get Toby off to the side, allows Toby to put the BKB and step back. Fishman heads in, pops the cogs down, trying to split Goon Squad up.
Limp's in trouble.
We'll see him again on top of the DK very easily. Pure takes him down. S4 pops the BKB, but has to run. Hanskin will hold them back for now. Toby is getting focused down by the illusions. Should die here. And indeed he does. So this time around, Goon Squad able to find some sort of kills in return. They have taken down 2. In return for just losing 2 themselves. So all things said and done, the best fight that Goon Squad's had this game.
Courier gets hit by Exorcism, so they actually know where S4 could still be. Continuing to chase.
He's speedy though.
He is too fast. And now they do have all this aggressive vision still up on Entity, so we see Aqua right now. Stormstormer's setting up for him. They're lucky to only lose 2 heroes, really.
Yeah, that, as I said, that was pretty much the best situation they've had so far this game, which isn't saying a lot.
Yeah.
But a 2 for 2 whilst they're as down as they are. It's something. They need a whole lot more of that, though.
Yeah. It was a good route from Hanskin, really, because the Manta was already used on the TB, so he was able to reset and get them a little bit further away. But Limp, you saw him again, like, he just gets shredded from the TB Marcy.
Yeah, I mean, Pure's got his Butterfly done now after the Silver Edge already.
Good God.
Yeah.
Yep, just pumping out items. and continuing to play the map really nicely too. That's the one thing I want to keep reiterating for Entity. Is to keep like throwing some Eidolons top, Forge Spirits mid, Conjure Images bottom, just keeping the lane shoved in so it just constricts the map completely for Goon Squad to get anything really. Here, he's trying to actually wrap very far behind.
They want to try and catch him by surprise here, Goon Squad. Both teams sort of keeping to their respective sides of the lane, but it's going to be Goon Squad that gets found first. Entity, they're leading. Straight on top of Limp. Limp does react. Puts the BKB in the dragon form. He's able to stand his ground and take down Fishman. Question is if he can get away. He's out with the blink, the BKB lasting just long enough to help him avoid the damage and control the tornado.
Only for
it won't save him though. They still find him further down the tree line. Entity, they'll take down Limp.
Hanskin already starts cutting the bottom wave.
Pure.
Just trying to do anything he can to stall the push.
Not quite able to find the Pexu kill there. That will be the Aegis going now.
And Hanskin, as we said, trying to cut the wave, but they're not even going to allow that. No mercy from Entity.
22-9, nearly a 20k gold lead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, yeah, nothing to deal with the evasion of the TB and his illusions. So an early butterfly, and of course no sort of itemization anywhere close that's going to allow Goon Squad to have much of a chance of dealing with them.
Nope. And they even have now Lincolns on Stormstormer, so ways to protect versus the hard stuns that do come out from Goon Squad from the DK. Yeah, it really truly does feel like it's been impossible ever since that lane start. All three lanes kind of dominating.
I think you're completely wrong, and I'm sure you know you're completely wrong.
Stormstormer. Nice bit of Midas arcane rune usage. Always feels good.
The dream.
Goon Squad, they're out looking for a fight. Very much could be one of those fights that could lead to the end.
Yeah.
If it doesn't go great.
They know they're not farming, right? Nobody's farming except for the Spectre, so they gotta get something crazy. Yep. But meta's back online, everything's ready. Entity, they want the fight too, and they're actually making the really good read here, going on to Aqua.
Now they know that the rest of the team's likely to be looking around the map with the smoke.
I think you're completely wrong, and
they can't quite get Aqua. He is out in time. He knows that they're making the read and they're going straight for him.
They see Limp in the mid lane with the fireball. Immediately, they pretty much have an exact idea of where Goon Squad is positioned. And bottom is shoving in. They've got the catapult also.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Pure finished up another item, by the way, Owen. Satanic is done now. There you go. 529 last hits at the 31-minute mark.
Yeah,
it just continues.
Both getting pretty much the same CS as the enemy mid and carry put together.
He's breaking
got more net worth than Limp and Aqua put together.
He really does. We said it was very likely he was going to double up that Spectre, and he is about to hit that point again. Yeah, ridiculous farm.
Yeah, dealing with these illusions, it's not going to be fun for Goon Squad.
Nobody can kill them.
You can just keep sending them down the lanes. Got that extra duration as well on them.
Okay, I was gonna say Toby had a Shadow Blade queued up, but I was like, this is so unnecessary. He can just go Lincolns, and he's got the freest game ever, so he does switch it. I mean, they kind of have the luxury of being able to do whatever they want at this point. But still, I mean, they're still playing the map, like we mentioned, pretty much perfectly. Just constricting, not allowing Goon Squad to get pretty much anything. Sport. Does hold on to the BKB. They're just trying to poke and force it. Very disciplined the way they're playing that. They're not forced. They're not overcommitting. I mean, they're just they're farming 90% of the map. So Roche is going to be back up in about 40 seconds. And everything is good for it. If he gets an Aghanim, it's going to be amazing. Refresher is always going to be good. And Pure is getting close to 6 slotted territories in a moment. And by 6 slotted, I mean 8 slotted.
I know there's no need to rush it. I don't think they're concerned at all about any of Goon Squad's heroes getting to any sort of point in this game where there'll be a real threat to Pure.
continue just, play as a unit, just running back and forth together. And goonsquad just, trapped in the base. So Roche, back on the menu, Pure. He's going to scout it out, and it is going to be an Aghanim's Blessing. So, yeah, effectively, he's going to be completely full-slotted on TV.
Will he be taking this one? No one else wants the Ags?
They better give it. I mean, you could argue for Stormstormer too, but you might as well give it to Pure. It's all about Pure. He's your carry. I would hope they give it to him.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. I'll take that. Get the Terror Wave.
Jesus. I mean, I don't think I've seen 30. This net worth
that's got to be the high.
Ridiculous.
And it's not. It's got to be not even close. I don't know what the second highest or the record before was this tour, but it wasn't even close.
945 GPM right now on the Terrorblade.
Here we go, goonsquad. They want to try and take a fight. Fishman again ready to go straight, and he does die.
Here comes Pure.
But now they've got to run. S4's going to buy some time here in the air with the Yules, but as soon as he comes back down, the Siphon is saving him, but no, Toby's in with a rebound. Toby's on top of Hanskin and S4. They cannot get away from Pure. Godlike on the Terrorblade as he's cleaning them up. Pexu's been found here in the trees. Pure, he'll be ready to head over and get another kill here. A couple of hits will take down Pexu. He's gone. They've got some buybacks to play with goonsquad.
I wonder what the damage received on Pure is this game. I feel like he hasn't even gotten hit. His health is not moving, but they can't actually do anything to this Terrorblade. Entity crushing it this game. And now look at that Dragon on Dragon. Limp can't even move.
Oh, they've just got nothing.
No.
We've got absolutely nothing here to stop this push from Entity.
Look at the plus 338 when he's all buffed up.
See what they can do. They get in with the jump.
Better get saved.
Good reset there from Katomi, getting Pure out of the danger.
He is really on point, honestly. This is spectacular.
It's been a great mark, honestly. Yeah. It has.
He's not like overcommitting and blink disposing people like enemies or anything. He's been using it several times now just to save and reposition his teammates, dodging some silences and stuff like that. Like, still playing safe, still playing careful. Entity. I mean, 40,000. I think he's trying to get that 1K GPM on
he's going to get his Swift Blink done here.
Yep, just a Moon Shard and a Shard, and he is finished.
Can he hit the 1,000 GPM though?
So close.
Is it possible?
If he gets
like
able to kill buildings or get like 2 kills, he'll definitely have it.
Well, this is pretty insane. I mean, to give you some sort of comparisons to GPM, we had yesterday, right? Sumail on the Alchemist having a free game, and I think he ended like 996 GPM.
Just missed it.
This game, Pure, he's getting the same GPM as Sumail having a free Alchemist game. That's just how insane that the GPM here is from the lad on the TV.
It's, people always mention like 10 last hits per minute is a lot. If people like for a while. And then the Illusion Heroes, you'd see sometimes like 14 last hits per minute. He's almost at like 20 last hits per minute. It's actually insane. I mean, it's no contest at goonsquad. They're going to try now, but...
They're going to try and jump him here. That's Lim. He's got to get away from this Terrorblade. We'll see on the back lines. They've tried to enter S4 and Aqua, but they've been caught by the stuns. The hookshot continues to lock them down. S4 going down. Aqua to fall as well.
They haven't had to use the black hole, and he's about to hit the 1,000 GPM.
Is he getting it?
997.
Get him some more kills.
If he gets limp, they're going to call GG, but...
Get the kill. The kill will do it. They get the kill. He didn't get the kill gold.
He did not.
995.
And I think, was that the first black hole of the game as well there?
I think.
He hit at the 37-minute mark.
Well, there we go. That was pretty much definitely the definition